to burn the book because it would be safe for everybody. And then a little bit later on, when because I like to poke the bear. It was that I'd destroyed the book for the safety of everybody else. Now, having come out of that scenario and having discussed it slightly with a few other people, everybody that I've spoken to have said your Akashic records cannot be destroyed. And basically that would have been done as a form of protection so that that knowledge wasn't accessible, which I completely understand. And I kind of, I get that. Now, as time's gone on, this thing that I am owed has basically gone. It's evaporated, and like I say, it's pretty much guaranteed. Now, for me, for something that's guaranteed after a life of shit, basically, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, especially when I've been told, yeah, it's coming, it's going to be good, blah blah blah. Now, if we go down this this in a logical sense, it's not Code Black who's done it, is it? Because they wanted it. So why would they destroy what they want? It's not Code Black who's putting the illusion of burnt out Akashic records because they wanted the knowledge from the Akashic records, because this was all part of a destiny swap plan. So it's not them that's done it. It's certainly not me that's done it. Why would I do that to myself? Which means it's Code White. Now, Code White has clearly done this for fear of Code Black getting their hands on what I'm owed and giving them even more power and strength. Now, I totally get that, you know what I mean? Coming from this kind of place of doing it for the greater good. I'm sure that will be the logic and reasoning for it. However, that was not your decision. That was not your choice. And to take something from somebody who is owed by source, a particular source code, is effectively destiny swapping yourself. Now, I know a lot of people who are on Code White's side. A lot of them are my friends, and I don't have an issue with them. But I am very aware that because they are human beings, they have their own agenda. Because it's all right for us to sit there and say, yeah, I'm working for the light, I'm doing this, that, and the other. But as soon as the ego kicks in, those people who are on Code White's side, they do think about themselves and they do change. Now, this triggered something in me, and again, it linked back to what I was saying a moment ago in regard to the past life regression session and some further visions that I've had since. Now, I believe, and you can all think I'm mad if you like, you know what I mean? I don't care if you're a bit more kind of just getting into spirituality and this is a little bit too down the rabbit hole for you, that's perfectly fine. If you're not, then let me just remind you that you guys speak to dead people and you do past life regression yourself. So if we want to go along the lines of posting the mental health posts to cover your own backs, well, fuck you, basically. Fuck you. Because all you're doing is making yourself look stupid. Because, like I say, you can't sit there saying, oh yeah, I talk to dead people and I channel unicorn energy. Yeah, that guy there who's actually talking about it in a more kind of practical, realistic sense and has a different viewpoint on this, well, he's clearly insane, so he needs help. You like I say, I've been to the hospital when I had my meltdown. I was there for like 2 hours talking to a mental health nurse, and they said, yeah, nothing wrong with you. I'd be surprised. We're quite surprised that there's not anything wrong with you based on what you've been through. Get some sleeping tablets. So I have been tested. I I'm never going to be perfectly sane. Of course I'm not. You be me. You try being me for a day. Try being me for a day and carrying that torture and pain and torment that I've been through. And see how you get on. So yeah, just side point there. Yeah. I'm a very old soul. I'm a very fucking old soul. And when I say I'm not coming back again, I'm not. You know, I'm sure once my soul leaves my body and I go over to the other side, I'm probably that fucking stupid that I'll go, let's have another go. But me as Richard, here and now, I don't want to do this again. I'm tired, I'm bored, I'm fed up. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to come back here anymore. And again, like I say, I believe I'm a very old soul, okay? And, you know, second side point, when I say that, I don't care if you're older than me, as in physically. It's not a competition. I don't care. The fact that people start turning this into competition, and I say, well, I'm a starseed and I'm old. Yes, well, I am too. Well, I'm very ancient. You know, as soon as you start doing that, you know, like I say, you turn it into competition, which shows that you're not a very old soul. Yeah, point being is that there's been a good few things that have kind of triggered up and come back past life wise, and again it links into this code black code white battle. And from what I've pieced together, this happens every fucking time. Every time. Code black tries to take something off me, and then code white, they think they're doing the right thing. So they either take somebody away from me or they'll hide something from me. And it gets to the point whereby I end up in this fit of fucking rage and I start destroying things. Because I get to that point where I've had enough, basically. The problem is, problem for you guys is I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't want to. Like I say, I don't want to come back again. I'm sick of cycle repeating. So this kind of sent me on this thought process and this train of, well, you know, code white is just as bad as code black. And all code white wants is to eradicate code black. And that's just as bad. Because all code source wants is information. And that's all it wants. It doesn't care if we're happy. It doesn't care if we're having a good time here, because it's just basically a giant computer program. It just wants information. And if we eradicate code black, there's nothing to trigger us. So code purple can't get any more information. So for me, this is